Well, good morning. We're here at TAPSCon 2023 and here at the Extraco Event Center in Waco. And our guest is the head football coach at Brazos Christian in Bryan, Correy, Washington.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
It's a little warmer since the last time. Well, no, I saw you I saw you at the state basketball tournament.
Yeah.
But it's a lot warmer than it was in Banks.
It is a lot warmer. A lot warmer. Yeah.
Tell me, what do you got going on right now?
Well, from a football perspective, we're, summer workout, strength and conditioning, and playing a little bit of 7-on-7, and really happy to be here to see y'all, and also to just see all my fellow coaches and things like that. So,
have you made who are you playing this year? Have you made any changes on your schedule?
We just had a schedule change yesterday, actually. I think a pretty big schedule change. We're not playing Cypress week 1.
Okay.
We're going to play Dallas First Baptist, so that'll be a pretty good test for us. And, it's even competition as far as playing a D4 school, so I'm excited about that.
Trying to touch on all sports, I don't keep up sometimes in depth, but they've got a pretty good receiver up there.
Yeah, they have several. So we're excited about that, to have that opportunity to compete against them. So they're on our schedule. We're Snook is coming to our place. We're playing the Rice Bulldogs. We picked those guys up a couple of weeks ago.
That's great.
And we're playing, of course, our district Lutheran. Northland, Rose Hills, so those would be really good games for us as well. So I think I might have got all of our – and Legacy Prep, we're playing those guys non-conference. So we got a pretty challenging schedule. And Central Texas, we play them non-district too. So a couple of schools that we could potentially see in the playoffs. So.
And some kind of brand new folks too.
Yeah.
Playing against Brazos and that.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
talk about some of your kids. Who are you going to expect to be your leaders this year? I know we got Dave Campbell's coming up here in a couple of weeks, but give us a little preview of talk about some of your kids.
Yeah, we have really strong core quarterbacks right now. So Jackson Caffey, he'll be our starter, but we also have Hudson Jacobus, who's a sophomore, and Cooper Murr. All three of those guys showed flashes as far as having potential to play.
Was Caffey the young man that got his hand broken in the state championship game, or the state semifinal game? Okay.
Jackson Caffey. So he I would say he needs to have a good year for us to get going. We do have some veteran receivers like Chance Locker, who would be a senior. Truett Godike, he's a guy who can help us a lot on both sides of the ball. But I'm excited about this kid, Parker Spears. He didn't play last year, played a little bit of defensive line the year before, but he's a bigger guy who will be able to play a little bit of tight end, a little bit of defensive line, and, of course, Brody Garner, big edge rusher we have, who play a little bit of linebacker, a little bit of defensive end as well, but also up front, Ben Tillery. Ben Tillery has been working very hard, so I'm excited about those guys. We have a lot of different pieces, some young guys, some freshmen who could step in and play early, like Ty Urban, running back, 6 foot, 200-pound freshman, and a couple of receivers. Reed Jackson, who we played Rudder in 7-on-7 the other day. We beat those guys. So seeing some of those freshmen step up and make some plays. So we have the pieces. It'll just be putting it together. I think we got things going the way they need to be, and so I'm excited. Actually, I haven't been this excited about a season in a while. So.
How's the transition been? I mean, it's been a year now. Yeah. How's the transition been for you and your family?
It's been a blessing. The community at Brazos Christian, they've welcomed me and my wife in and treated us like family since day one. So we've enjoyed the transition as far as the Brazos Valley. Like, we love staying in the Brazos Valley. Like, it's tight-knit, like Allen Academy, the coaches there, Coach Adams, we talk occasionally. Just everybody seems to reach out and care for one another in that area. Even like the bigger schools, we spend some time, talking, whether it's through social media or text or things like that. So it's a tight-knit community.
I hope we still have audio, Dan. Huh? Okay, he said we're still good.
All right.
It might be terrible for video, but if you're doing Mixler, would be okay.
The audio is important.
The audio is
you
real
got
important.
the good part. They probably don't want to stare.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't want to
anyway.
see me. If I remember correctly, you guys were doing a little bit of construction. Or you got it? In the plans?
Yeah. So we're man, it's exciting. We're building a weight room. Another gym as well. Also expanding a wing of our high school and building administration offices, like a cafetorium. We don't have a cafeteria, so a place for the kids to sit down and eat, and also to be able to do like all of our fine arts things. So it's a all-around bill that's going to help our whole community. So it's exciting. Like right now, they're about to lay the cement down for the weight room and the press box. We're getting a press box and things like that. So it's very exciting right now. So.
Well, I still need to figure out, unfortunately during football season for me, I've got a lot of cross-country responsibilities with the announcing that I do, but I'll have to still got to figure out a way to get out there and see a ball game at your place and that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I will send you the schedule and see when you can come. And
I'll tell you what, as long as you make sure you get it to Pigskin Prep.
Yeah, I got it. He should have it.
If you've got it to Pigskin Prep. Yeah, we work with Jerry and we work with Mike with sixmanfootball.com.
Okay.
So it's like I honestly don't even try to track down schedules. I try to make sure they have it, and then we work together by Jerry gets all of those, and he and Mike are starting to collaborate a little bit.
Together,
when Mike took over for Granger, so kind of getting Mike and Jerry. So we kind of all work together to make sure that we track down every score and we get and well, I'll tell you, some weeks it's a challenge.
Oh, yeah, I bet, man. I respect everything y'all do. It's tough. There's so many teams, and y'all do a great job. So I try to get scores to you, and all the time.
Well,
so.
Like I said, just, the big deal is, for a lot of folks, that may be watching the video is that, for anybody, any sport is simply tag us. We might not retweet it just because I respect people's Twitter feed.
Mm-hmm.
I could retweet everything we see, but you'd have 100 things in, and you don't want that, and
no.
and I don't want that for you, So we told you to keep you no more than 10 minutes. What else you got going on that we haven't covered yet?
We talked about football. Talked about the transition. I think are y'all going to be at TAP 7-on-7?
I don't know. What weekend is that? It's come out
it's
2 weeks.
January. Golly, June 23rd, 24th.
I unfortunately will not.
Okay.
I'm in my I can never seem to get there. I've got a trip planned.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
All good. Yeah. Other than that, man, me and Coach Thrift, our AD basketball coach, we're just here hanging out and enjoying the lectures and the fellowship.
Well, we appreciate you being here. We try to support obviously all the leagues in that, but try to make sure Steve and Bryan and try to make this event a success. So it's good to see you here.
Yes, sir.
Because they're and I don't know all this because I just don't have time to communicate like I'd like. I don't know if you've got schools that won't allow.
Mm-hmm.
Folks who don't want to, that whole mix. So the fact that you're here and, trying to learn from some other people.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to be here for Coach Novikov tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yes, sir.
I thought that was a real wise move to put that and the six-man. I haven't had a chance to share it with Bryan, but I think to put those clinics at the end to kind of keep people
engaged,
keep them
Here,
absolutely.
yeah.
I think a really good move by the organization.
I'm happy about. It's exciting. It's going to be great to hear Coach speak. But I love learning. It's so much you can take away from these conventions. So from an athletic director's perspective, but also as a coach, even listening to basketball coaches or track coaches, there's so much you can always learn that can help you and help your kids. So that's what's important to me.
You triggered something. I'll close with this.
Okay.
So what, moving from being an AD at Brentwood and coming and just being the football coach, what has that allowed for you to do?
I am the junior high athletic director, so I'm
then
in charge.
You're even more busy.
But it's not. It's
a different busy.
It's a different busy, and It's been awesome. I like the response. I've been able to develop more as a coach, I think, this year, which is beneficial for my kids. Just kind of stepping back, being with Coach Thrift, and we're working together. I think that's been big for me to learn more stuff. I have more time to put into like professional development from a coaching standpoint. So it's been great. It's been great to step back and kind of reevaluate myself, my coaching style, just my family, and so everything's been smooth. This whole transition, you know, when you move, you're like, oh man, you want to make sure you're doing the right thing,
right.
and we did. So,
well, Coach Washington, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and you know, we'll look forward to good things from. And if you can, you make it deep in the playoffs again. Try to get lined up to get a South game to where it's not so doggone cold.
Yeah, and no rain. Cold and rain, man. Cold and rain.
Cold would have been okay, but the cold and the rain, woo!
Yeah, it was a interesting night. So hopefully if we make it that far, the weather will be a lot better next time.
All right, again, Coach Correy Washington, head football coach at Bryan Brazos Christian, joining us here at Tapscon here on LSCSN.